Welcome to IQD Dinar News, your go-to source for the latest updates on currency exchange rates, revaluation news, and insights into the Iraqi dinar. Stay informed and ahead of the curve with our timely analysis and breaking developments. The government has prioritized diversification of the economy to reduce its dependence on oil exports, which historically accounted for more than 90% of its revenues. While oil still plays a significant role in the economy, the government has made efforts to support other sectors such as agriculture, tourism, and manufacturing. This diversification strategy aims to create a more resilient economy that can better withstand fluctuations in global oil prices. Investments in the energy sector are also underway, not only to increase oil production but also to develop Iraq's natural gas resources. Iraq has one of the largest proved oil reserves in the world, and while production has been affected by various conflicts and political issues, the government has been working with international partners to improve its extraction and refining capabilities. At the same time, capturing and utilizing associated gas, which is often flared off during oil production, is a priority to meet domestic energy needs and reduce environmental impact. Furthermore, Iraq is investing in infrastructure projects to support economic growth, including roads, railways, airports, and ports, which are crucial for trade. The development of the Grand Four port, for instance, is set to become one of the largest ports in the region, potentially serving as a key logistics hub connecting the Middle East with Europe and Asia. This infrastructure is intended to enhance trade opportunities and stimulate economic activity within the country. The political stability mentioned by the Prime Minister is also a crucial element in fostering economic development. Iraq's political landscape has historically been characterized by sectarian divisions, regional rivalries, and external interference. However, there have been efforts to bridge these divides, such as inclusive governance and reconciliation initiatives aimed at fostering unity. The country's leadership is working to build a political system that can accommodate different groups and interests while maintaining national cohesion. In this context, the Prime Minister's emphasis on political stability is particularly significant. A stable political environment is essential for attracting investment and ensuring the success of economic reforms. It allows the government to implement long-term development plans and reforms without being derailed by political unrest or changes in leadership. Stability also enhances public confidence, encouraging local businesses to expand and citizens to invest in their future within the country. The reference to Iraq's position in the region as potentially becoming a leader is noteworthy. The Middle East has often been associated with conflict and instability, and many countries in the region are still grappling with their own political and economic challenges. If Iraq can sustain its progress and continue to develop economically and politically, it could indeed emerge as a regional leader. A stable and economically prosperous Iraq could play a key role in promoting regional trade, diplomacy, and cooperation, which would contribute to the stability of the entire region. In terms of the currency situation, the statement from the Prime Minister rekindles discussions about the possibility of a revaluation or reinstatement of the Iraqi dinar. Over the years, the value of the dinar has been affected by war, sanctions, and economic instability, leading to a significant decline in its purchasing power. The former governor of the Central Bank of Iraq, Dr. Sinan al-Shaybabi, is remembered for his remark about the conditions necessary for a successful revaluation of the dinar. He had stated that a safe and stable Iraq would be essential for such a financial move. His insight highlights the interdependence of political stability and economic policies. Dr. Shaibi was instrumental in guiding Iraq's monetary policies during his tenure as governor of the central bank, which began in 2003, and lasted until 2012. His experience as an economist and central banker helped Iraq navigate some of its most challenging economic periods. He was a strong advocate for modernizing Iraq's financial sector, improving banking regulations, and maintaining a stable currency. His vision included the eventual revaluation of the dinar, but he stressed that this would only be possible if Iraq achieved the necessary political and security conditions. The idea behind revaluation or reinstatement of the Iraqi dinar involves adjusting its exchange rate to reflect the true value of the country's economy. For years, the dinar has been trading at a rate that many consider undervalued, in part due to the impact of war and sanctions. If Iraq's economy continues to grow, with increases in GDP, foreign reserves, and economic diversification, it could justify a higher valuation of the currency. Revaluing the dinar would boost purchasing power for Iraqi citizens, attract foreign investment, and restore confidence in the national currency. It is worth noting that a currency revaluation is a complex process that requires careful management. If not handled properly, it could lead to inflation, economic imbalances, and market speculation. Therefore, the Central Bank of Iraq would need to ensure that any move to change the exchange rate is supported by strong economic fundamentals and appropriate monetary policies. The timing of the Prime Minister's statement aligns with other ongoing reforms in the country. Over the past few years, the Iraqi government has launched several economic initiatives aimed at addressing corruption, improving public services, and promoting private sector growth. Anti-corruption measures are particularly important, as corruption has been a major impediment to development in Iraq. By strengthening the rule of law and improving transparency, the government aims to create a more conducive environment for business and investment. Additionally, there has been an effort to improve relations with neighboring countries and the international community. Iraq has sought to establish itself as a reliable partner in the region, engaging in diplomatic initiatives to resolve disputes and foster economic cooperation. By positioning itself as a stable and economically developing nation, Iraq aims to attract foreign aid, investment, and trade agreements that will further enhance its economic prospects. Moreover, Iraq's efforts to develop a diversified economy are supported by demographic factors. With a relatively young and growing population, the country has the potential to benefit from a demographic dividend. The youth population can be a driving force for economic growth if provided with education, training, and employment opportunities. As such, investments in education and job creation are seen as critical components of Iraq's development strategy. The government's economic policies also involve the private sector, with a focus on encouraging entrepreneurship and small and medium-sized enterprises, SMEs. By providing access to financing, reducing regulatory hurdles, and supporting innovation, Iraq aims to cultivate a dynamic business environment. The private sector is expected to play a significant role in diversifying the economy and creating jobs, thereby contributing to the country's overall stability and prosperity. At the same time, Iraq is working to address social issues such as poverty, inequality, and lack of access to basic services. The government has launched social protection programs and development projects aimed at improving living standards, particularly in underdeveloped regions. And lay the groundwork for a more prosperous future. The implications of these achievements extend beyond Iraq's borders, as the country could become a model for economic and political recovery in the Middle East. As the country continues to navigate its path forward, the possibility of a revaluation or reinstatement of the Iraqi dinar remains a topic of interest. While economic growth and political stability do not guarantee an immediate currency revaluation, they are essential prerequisites that could eventually make such a move feasible. Attract investment and foster social cohesion, Iraq is indeed on the path to becoming a regional leader and a more resilient nation. Thanks for tuning in to IQD Dinar News. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. For more updates on the Iraqi dinar and global currency trends, hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. See you in the next video.